welcome to episode number 2 of Raw Food Journey, and let's talk about something that can make or break your transition. We're going to be talking about keeping your meals simple. Are you ready? So let's go. So why is it so important to keep things simple, right? To keep your meals simple? Well, because when you first switch to a raw diet or high raw or even cooked plant-based diet, you gotta keep things simple. It's not just gonna make it easier for you, it's actually gonna help you adjust faster and feel so much better. When things are simple, right? The simplicity, it actually helps your digestion so much more than you add like a huge variety of different kinds of ingredients in your meal. So when you are new to this way of eating, you are not used to handling like a lot of different foods at once. So when you keep things simple and very basic, that can actually help reduce all this bloating, which is very common unfortunately at the beginning of the switch. So you will feel less discomfort, and also you are not going to feel like super overwhelmed, right? Because who wants to be overwhelmed? You are still learning, right? So if you ever learned how to ride a bike, right, you know that it's nice to have some sort of like support, right, at the very beginning, like for example the training wheels, right? And in this case we are talking about very simple meals. Okay, they are like your training wheels in this situation. And of course I'm going to share with you in a couple of minutes what I mean by simple meals. So stay tuned. So let's talk about what you should avoid when you're just starting out. You should absolutely not mix too many ingredients or many, flavors and things like that. Let me give you an example, okay? A smoothie with about, 6 different kinds of fruits, plus some greens, plus some ginger and celery and nut butters. Even though all of these ingredients sound really healthy, right? If you are just starting out, don't do that, okay? It will be too much for your digestive system. Trust me, you're more likely to be feeling like a balloon after that kind of smoothie. So you gotta get yourself used to this first by, once again, taking it easy and keeping it simple. And next one to avoid is my favorite, because I am certainly a sucker for this one. I love heavy gourmet raw recipes here and there on special occasions, not every day, of course. But again, for starters, it is not ideal. Just wait and get your body just, kind of prepared first before you start indulging in these guilty raw pleasures. And as I mentioned, I don't eat these on a daily basis. I keep this as my special occasions treats, and I eat them once in a very blue moon, because I know how simplicity really feels. It feels so much better on my digestion. And by the way, if you are new and you are not aware of what the raw gourmet recipes are, they are things like raw lasagna, cashew-based sauces, all these dehydrated dishes, and other complex meals. They are all absolutely delicious, no doubt about that, and they sound really healthy, right? But they are better saved for later, once your body has adjusted a bit. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about when I say simple meals, then let me share here with you a few ideas that are a must for beginners. Number 1, mono meals. So eat one fruit at a time. For example, a whole bunch of grapes is a mono meal, or a few mangoes is also a mono meal. One particular kind of fruit. You just enjoy until you're full. Or you can have a couple of cantaloupes or some watermelon or pineapple. You get the idea, right? That's it. So I don't know if it can get any simpler than this, right? And it's not just simple to eat, but it's also delicious. It's sweet. Of course, you got to make sure you get a ripe fruit, right? Ripe fruit, and the one that you really enjoy. So yeah, then it's gonna be delicious, and it's gonna be super good for your digestion, and you're gonna free up so much energy, and you can run around and do other things than digesting your food, right? Okay, the next one is smoothies with, let's say, 2 to 3 fruits. Like I said, you gotta keep it super simple. For example, you take 2 bananas, a handful of strawberries, and a little water. No need, there is absolutely no need for lots and lots of ingredients at the beginning, and it's gonna be yummy, and it's gonna be super delicious. You're gonna enjoy it, and you're gonna feel full, and like I said, you're gonna still feel nice and energized. It's not gonna burden your digestion. Okay, the next one is big fruit bowls. You can do that too. You can combine a few simple fruits, like cut up bananas or some blueberries and blackberries or cherries or whatever. And this is good because you do get your variety, but you don't overcomplicate things. Next one is simple raw salads. Once again, in this video, we're talking about simple meals with minimal ingredients. So for example, for a salad, you would use like, greens, like for example, like romaine, spinach. You can add cucumber, cherry tomatoes, and maybe a small amount of avocado. You can even add a little bit of fruit to your salad. It can make it really, really enjoyable. I really like adding cut up like apples to my salads, or pomegranate seeds when they're in season, or even blueberries or mango, and add whatever is available and see if you enjoy it. Like, I know I certainly do. I love my strawberry spinach salad. I really, really love it so much. I'm gonna link the recipes here for my salads, guys, so you can check it out. And yeah, and this salad, it doesn't even need any salt. It's actually really, really easy and good, and it's not gonna dehydrate you. So you're gonna have this extra delicious fresh greens and strawberries and other things, and you're not adding salt. So it's not gonna dehydrate you. It's gonna only hydrate you. It's gonna only give you good nutrition, and you're gonna feel amazing after eating it. So please definitely check it out. So let me give you an example of like eating day for a beginner, right? So for example, for breakfast, you can have like a few oranges, okay? Just cut up oranges, put it in a bowl, or you can have a simple smoothie of banana and strawberry. Just enjoy it. Take it easy, eat slowly, chew, and you're gonna feel better and better and better the more you do it, trust me. So yeah, you can eat whatever really actually fruit that you enjoy at that moment, right? Just go ahead and really, really enjoy it. Try to eat a little more than you usually used to, because fruit is really high in water, right? And that means that, it doesn't have a lot of calories, and that means you will be hungry in like 30 minutes if you don't eat enough. I know a lot of people actually cannot eat more than one orange at a time or one apple. So I would suggest, just to have a smoothie on the side as well. And if needed, it's okay to eat more frequent, smaller meals like at the beginning, like I said. Not many people can have 6 oranges in one sitting for breakfast, but everyone can have a smoothie, okay? So try that for a while, see what works for you, really. So for lunch, I either eat more fruit. Yes, it's a very high fruit diet, and we're supposed to be eating high fruit, okay? Our species specific diet. Or I can just make a simple salad, like very, very simple salad. Same principle is here. If you choose to eat more fruit for lunch, okay, just make sure you get enough calories. Like, don't eat just one banana, okay? Eat a bunch, because bananas are denser fruit and you have more calories. If you cannot gobble up all these bananas in the whole form, you can always blend them. Just put them in a blender, put some ice, put some dates in there, put some strawberries. That should taste really delicious, and that can give you a lot of calories. So as far as the calories go, you can actually, if you don't have this book, I definitely recommend you this book. It's called 80-10-10 by Dr. Graham. And he explains in such details in this book how to actually, how many calories we need based on our style, and, what we need to eat and stuff like that. He explains everything. It's like raw fooders Bible, I say, because, he's great. He just explained in such good language and such, it's all like anybody can understand, right? And at the same time, it's really, really good material. And he's talking about the BMR, right? It's called basal metabolic rate, I think. So he was talking about that we need 10 times our weight. That's just for the BMR, for all our organs to function, just to run this body without even, doing anything else, just to be able to breathe and to, clear out whatever, use our liver and kidneys and everything, all the organs inside. We need basically that. So let's say if someone weighs 130 pounds, right, you need to do like times 10, and that's gonna be 1300 calories is a basic need for a human, for a human being who weighs 130 pounds. This is just a basic need. This does not account things that, you're gonna get up, you're gonna walk around, you're gonna go do some exercise, you're gonna do other things, you're gonna use your emotions for, all of this. It takes like a lot of energy, and we need all those calories. We need obviously much more than that, but this is like the basic, just to be able to run the body. So when you eat a little bit of fruit here, a little bit of fruit there, you might feel like a little bit not great, because you need those calories. You need to run your body and you need to, provide it the efficient amount of calories. So just, if you haven't seen, I really highly recommend his book. It's everywhere on Amazon. You can buy it, and or you can even buy the Audible version. He has Audible version as well, which is great. Like, sometimes I like to listen to books when I drive around and, I'm busy and I can't just like sit down and read a book. So I listen to my audiobooks, which is great. And, I learn a great deal of information on a daily basis, which is what we need to do. We need to educate ourselves in order to understand how on earth and what on earth do we, should we eat? Because apparently people forgot what to eat. Anyway, we digress. Let's move on to the next one, right? Yeah, and speaking of bananas, right, I forgot to tell you, please make sure they are very nicely spotty, okay? Do not put green bananas or yellow bananas without any spots. Do not put them in a blender. Do not eat them yet. Give it another day or two. Let them ripen, because they're gonna be sweeter. It's gonna be easier for you to digest. You're not gonna be bloated after eating them. So just wait. Use them when they are nice and spotty, okay? And this applies actually to most of the fruit. I'm not talking about eat them spotty. I'm talking about eating fruit ripe, okay? You gotta eat your fruit ripe, because if you don't, digestion will be, it's not gonna be good, okay? So, like, for example, a lot of people don't know that you have to eat pineapples when they are yellow. You have to buy them already when they are yellow, because when they pick them up from those shrubs, right, and they are green, they're not gonna be really ripening anymore. That's it. They're just gonna like ferment a little bit. It might look like they're ripening, but they are not. You gotta really make sure when that your pineapple is nice and yellow. And it's hard to find. Like, I live in New York and I really cannot find good pineapple all the time, but when I do find, I buy a whole bunch. I just buy a whole bunch and enjoy them. And sometimes they have this honey glow, like a smaller pineapples. Oh, they're so delicious. If you get them yellow, make sure to get only yellow pineapples. All right, let's move on. We're still talking about the day of eating here, right? So for snack, right? For snack, I usually don't snack, but if I do, I might just have more fruit again, like grapes or some just apples, whatever I feel like, whatever I have available. And for dinner, sometimes if I eat fruit all day, I would eat a more savory dinner, like a simple salad with romaine, cucumber, cherry tomatoes, and like a little avocado or whatever. So yeah, something like that would, easily work. If I had a more savory lunch, I would just go ahead and have some ice cream for my dinner. It is actually a healthy dinner. Do you guys know how to make an ice cream? I have some recipes I'm gonna link here, but basically it's super simple. It's the simplest thing on earth, okay? You get those spotty bananas, you peel them, you break them in half, put them in some sort of container or baggie, freeze them. Once they are frozen, take them out, leave them on a counter for like 10 or 15 minutes, let them soften just a tiny bit, okay? Not really soft, but just kind of defrost a little bit. And then you can chop them up a little bit, put them in a blender with whatever ingredients you want. You can put cacao if you really want something chocolatey like, right? Or you can put strawberries, you can put whatever flavor you really like. You can put passion fruit. It's so good with passion fruit. Anyway, so you put that in, you blend it up, and there you go. Try not to put like water, or if you need to put very very little water, because otherwise it's gonna be like a soupy texture. You want it to be like an ice cream state, right? So just make sure, and yeah, so just try that. I love ice creams. They are super delicious, and I do quite often have them for dinner. I sometimes sprinkle a little bit of like hemp seeds or a little bit of walnuts, and it gives this extra like satiety, because you give a little bit of fat. Don't put too much. Maybe put a couple of tablespoons of nuts or seeds. Don't overdo it, because if you put too much fat, it's gonna be a bit harder to process. You're gonna feel a little bit sluggish. So guys, the whole idea or the whole goal here in this video isn't like some sort of variety or some super fancy meals, or that you have to become like a raw chef to eat this way. Nope, it's all about comfort. It's all about simplicity, and it's most importantly, giving your body the time to adapt, right? But then after a little while, once you feel a little more confident and your digestion feels so good, you can of course slowly start exploring more combinations. Okay, like I love sometimes to have a crazy salad with tons of textures and flavors, and I feel fine after eating it because I'm used to. Okay, I feel super satisfied, and I don't want to eat cooked food after eating this kind of salad. It hits the spot. So anyway, the moral of the story here is just to keep things simple, right? And see how your body actually reacts to certain food. Just try it out. And also don't rush the process. Just try and do it slowly and just take it easy, guys. Okay, guys, so if you enjoy this raw food journey series, right, then leave me an apple emoji in the comments. And also don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you still haven't done it. I would really like to have you here. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate you here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.